Hi there, folks. How you doing? So normally I'd start one of these videos by saying this is going to be 3 minutes long, this is going to be 4 minutes long or 5 minutes long. I'm not going to say that today because I'm not quite sure how long this will take. And I think it's an important subject. Not that the other ones are not important, but there's a few things to get out here today. I want to talk about mastering your thoughts. And I also want to make a case for why this is an important subject. So you might hear mastering your thoughts, mindset, you might think, oh, this subject again, here comes Ademola. Or you might think, I don't have time for that right now. I've got other things to think about. Even that alone, I've got other things to think about. So you might say that and not give this much time. So let me make a case. Just give me like a couple of minutes to at least make the case, maybe less, and then listen to the rest of the video. Is that okay? Thank you. Thank you. So if you're still here, thank you. So here's the case for it. Do you want to guess how many thoughts you have in a day? So on average, how many thoughts do you think you have in a day? Go on. Tell me. So if you know, well done. If you didn't know and you had a guess, well done for having a guess. But according to research and things I've looked at, it's at least 70,000 thoughts a day on average. 70,000 thoughts a day. That's a lot of thinking in a day. That's a lot of thinking. And I reckon, so this is Ademola's assertion, if you're somebody that has a business, or you're in a really busy role as a professional, or you've got like a big family, or you do lots of things, there's lots of commitments in your life, I think it's probably more like 100,000 thoughts in a day. It's a lot of thinking, ranging from, do I brush my teeth one more time, to do I wake up this moment or in a few moments later on? Do I wear this socks or that socks? Is it this top today or that one? Ranging from those little ones to, do we spend money today on branding, or is it money that we spend on lead generation? Do we form this partnership or that partnership? Do I hire this person or that person? Do I let go of this person or that person? So that's a lot of thinking, and I think it's probably more like 100,000 thoughts in a day for a busy person. So that's a lot of thinking. That's a lot of things going through your head and going through your mind. And if you're not able to master or have control or able to organize or categorize those thoughts, that's a very heavy head. It's a very heavy mind. That is probably not a really great place to be in. Could be the reason why sometimes you might wake up and it could be a sense of, oh, it's another day, or, oh, I'm still here, wherever it is. So there's just that heaviness because there's all of these thoughts that are running through your head. And I wrote some things there because I want to make sure that I cover a few things that I hope will make a difference to you. And also, while I'm making the case for why this topic is important, remember that all the actions that you take are governed by your thoughts, every single one of them. Even thoughts, even things that you might say, oh, I do that now without thinking about it. I do this, it's like second nature to me. So it means that the conscious thoughts you were thinking before when you were learning that thing have now become unconscious. So you still think about it unconsciously. So all of your actions are governed by your thoughts. So that's why managing your thoughts is super important. And mastering it's huge. It's huge, massively important. So I'm saying it's closer to 100,000 thoughts in a day. You could definitely look that up. And key thing, so your thoughts determine your actions, and your actions determine your life. So your thoughts determine your actions, and your actions determine your life, the kind of life that you have, where you live, who are your friends, who you associate with, who you don't, where you work, the kind of business that you run. It's all governed by your thoughts. So this is why this topic is super important, massively important. Huge impact. Impact, in fact. So it's huge, in fact. So this is why it's important to spend time working on this. And it's not something to ignore. So I hope that I've made the case, and I hope that was 2 minutes. If it was more than 2 minutes, I apologize. But yeah, so that's why it's super important. And one of the things I'd say is It's being able to categorize your thoughts. At least get to a place in the first step of mastery where you can categorize your thoughts. There's these things that I call ants, or ant, like the little things that run around like ants. Yeah. So it's automatic negative thoughts. So ANTS. So auto, or ANT with the S on the end, so ants. Or ant, automatic negative thinking. We all have them. It happens. And it's just important to put them where they belong, to not collapse them with you thinking, or thinking that they're yours for you to hold on to. I've shared this before in a previous video when I started work on self-development, and I started this journey. I still remember it was December 2014. I was in Tesco in a supermarket in Bowen, East London, and there was this cute old lady in front of me, like pushing her buggy, doing her thing. And this thought was, why don't you push her? So I didn't push the old lady, did my shopping, and I went home. And as I was driving, I thought to myself, what on earth was that thought? Where did that come from? So sometimes you have these automatic, like these random thoughts. You don't need to entertain them. Just put them into the category of that's an ant, or those are ants, and put them there. And the more you get powerful with this, you're going to start to squash the ants and just squash them. Yes, you squash these ants because you now have freedom to not be captured or imprisoned by these thoughts that flash through your mind. So that's one thing that you can do. And also what I've got here is, imagine that you're now able to transform just one thought that might flash through your mind, might happen 10,000 times in a day, because remember, you're having at least 70,000 thoughts in a day. Ademola is saying 100,000 thoughts in a day if you have lots of different things that you juggle in your life. So this one thought happens 10,000 times in a day in your mind, and you can transform it. That's huge. That's 10,000 thoughts in a day that you've now transformed from just one thought process. That's a big deal. So that's why being involved with some kind of development is huge. It's not a nice to have, it's necessary for your life, because your thoughts are there with you every day of your life. They're there with you every day of your life. So this is not like, I don't have time for that. This is your life. You've got to deal with this. So that's why mastering your thoughts is super important. And this is one of the things that we're dealing with right now in the sessions that we're doing with the clients that I work with, and also in the open sessions that we do. We're doing a lot of work on mastering your thought process, mastering your thoughts. Mastery is super important. And if you can join us, come along to one of our sessions. It'd be amazing. It'd be incredible. I do also say in some parts of the session, if the conversation leads that way, from a place of love, I do beat people up in those conversations. It's because I love them. And I want them to grow and develop and to not be stuck with their ants. And if you're just like, I don't want to go to Ademola's session, I'm like, fine, don't come to my sessions. It's okay. It's okay. But at least be involved with something. Be involved with something that allows you to start to master your thinking and master your thoughts, because your thoughts govern your life. I hope this was helpful. I hope it was thought-provoking. It's a longer one today. I hope you enjoyed it. And you're awesome.